In the heart of Lagos, where everybody seemed to be chasing the soft life, lived a young woman named Sade. Beautiful, stylish, and full of dreams, Sade desperately wanted to make it in life. Every morning, she stood in front of a plain white curtain in her tiny Face Me I Face You room, dressed in borrowed sunglasses and a satin robe, taking glamorous selfies that made it look like she lived in a luxury apartment in Lekki. To her followers, Sade was living the dream. Designer bags, fancy brunches, spa dates, soft life captions. But behind the filters and perfect angles, reality was completely different. Her room was small. The fan barely worked. There were cartons on the floor and a simple mattress in one corner. Still, none of that stopped her. In Lagos, packaging is everything, she always told herself. Her best friend, Kemi, often laughed whenever she watched Sade stage another fake photoshoot. One day, this your packaging will expose you, Kemi would say. But Sade only smiled and kept posting. Across town was Jay. Tall, handsome, smooth-talking, and just as fake. Jay had mastered the Lagos big boy lifestyle. Every few days, he borrowed luxury cars from friends just to snap pictures. Sometimes it was a black Lexus, other times a Mercedes. Online, he looked like a young, successful businessman closing million-naira deals. But the truth was far from that. Jay lived in a small apartment with his funny best friend, Tunde. He had no real office, no major business, just vibes, confidence, and packaging. Even Tunde constantly teased him. Guy, return this car before the owner starts calling, Tunde would joke. But Jay only laughed. One evening, while scrolling through Instagram, Sade came across Jay's page. Luxury cars, sharp suits, fancy restaurants, island lifestyle. Her eyes widened. This one must be loaded, she whispered. At the same time, Jay saw Sade's page. Beautiful pictures, luxury bags, vacation-style posts, soft life energy. Jay smiled to himself. This babe is definitely rich. Without wasting time, Jay sent her a direct message. Hey, beautiful, I love your energy. Sade smiled the moment she saw it, and just like that, the conversation began. What neither of them knew was that they had both fallen for lies. The day of their first date finally arrived. Sade borrowed a beautiful fitted red gown from Kimi. She borrowed a handbag from another friend. Even the perfume she used came from a perfume store tester. Meanwhile, Jay borrowed a fitted black blazer and a wristwatch. He arranged for a friend to drop him near the restaurant in a luxury car so it would look like he arrived in style. That night, they met at a beautiful, upscale restaurant in Lagos. Soft golden lights filled the room. The atmosphere was perfect. The moment they saw each other, both were impressed. Jay pulled the chair for Sade. Sade smiled sweetly. The conversation flowed naturally. Jay lied about being a businessman. Sade lied about owning a fashion brand. Both nodded, admired, and smiled. For a moment, it almost felt real. Then came the bill. The smiles disappeared. Both of them looked down at the amount. Silence. Jay cleared his throat. I left my wallet in the car. Sade quickly forced a smile. My transfer app is hanging. Another silence. The tension became unbearable. Embarrassed, Sade quickly texted Kemi for emergency money. Within minutes, Kemi sent the transfer. The bill was paid. The crisis was over, but the embarrassment lingered. Surprisingly, that awkward moment did not end things. Instead, the two of them kept talking. Days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into months. They went on beach outings, luxury cafe dates, boat selfies, island content shoots. Everything looked perfect online. But this time, something unexpected happened. The feelings became real. For the first time, Sade met someone who truly understood the pressure of trying to look successful in Lagos. Jay also found comfort in someone who understood his struggle. What started as fake attraction slowly turned into genuine love. But lies never stay hidden forever. One evening, Jay decided to surprise Sade. He followed her home. As he watched her enter a small Face Me I Face You compound, he froze. This was no luxury apartment. This was a modest Lagos compound. Before he could process what he was seeing, Sade turned around and saw him. Shock filled both faces. At the same time, Sade had also discovered that Jay also lived in a similar place. The truth was finally out. So all those cars were fake, Sade shouted. Jay looked stunned. And your luxury apartment nah, he fired back. The compound went silent for a second. Then the neighbors started laughing. From their balconies and doorways, people watched the drama unfold. Even Mama Chinyere, the landlady, stepped out in her wrapper with her hands on her waist, shouting, So now you two they disturb social media with fake life? The whole compound burst into laughter. Kemi stood at one side, shaking her head. Tunde tried hard not to laugh. Both Sade and Jay were embarrassed beyond words. But later that night, after the shouting and drama had ended, both of them sat quietly outside under the streetlight. For the first time, there were no lies, no filters, no fake captions, just truth. Sade sighed deeply. I was tired of looking like I had failed. Jay looked down. I only wanted people to respect me. There was a long silence. Then both of them laughed softly. Because the truth was, they were exactly the same. Two people pretending to be what they were not, chasing validation from strangers, trying to survive the pressure of Lagos. But somehow, in all the lies, they had found something real. Each other. 6 months later, everything changed. Sade started a real thrift fashion business online. Jay helped with deliveries, marketing, and content creation. This time, their videos were honest, funny, relatable, real. People loved them for it. Their authenticity connected with thousands of people online. Soon, their page went viral, from fake life to real success, together. And for the first time, Sade no longer needed filters to feel valuable, because the life she once faked had finally become real. If you watched this video to the end, that means you enjoyed the story. Thanks for your support. You can enjoy this type of story and better ones here on this channel because we post relatable, interesting stories here every week. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like the video, and drop a comment or feedback. Thank you, fam.